Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody's having a good day and has had a good day so far. As you can see, got the robot again. I'll go over the picks at the end of the video, but tomorrow is a small slate. There's a lot of props not out on PrizePicks and on Underdog. They have all the games out, but they have all the lines not like normal. The point, the multipliers aren't the same. You know what I mean? Like you get paid higher, lower, less payout, higher payout, stuff like that. So there's not too many lines out. There are a couple. Originally, I thought about not posting a video, but we've been doing well so far, and I actually did find some that I did like, so I thought, why not post a video? Just a couple games before the very large slate on Saturday. Again, not a lot of picks. Probably won't have any added plays, so you can just take your favorite play, do whatever you want to do. So let's get straight into the picks. And the first one is Pierre-Emile Højbjerg to go higher than 85.5 passes, playing at home for Marseille, going up against Auxerre. He's gone over in his last 3 out of 5 games. The game that he went unders in those 2 games was one against PSG. PSG holds a lot of possession, so you can't hold him there. And then he went under against Strasbourg, and he went just under with 84. But he was playing as a center back as opposed to a CDM due to injuries and stuff like that. But he will be playing like a center defensive midfielder like usual in this next game. And whenever they hold possession, Marseille, they're a team that hold possession, and when they do hold at least like 60-70%, he goes way over this mark. We just need him to get 86, and just looking at the couple of the games so far this season, again, only 86. He had 138 against Toulouse with 76% possession. He had 100 against Nantes with 74% possession. He had 101 against Montpellier with 65% of the ball. He went over with 128 against Angers with 76% of the ball. And even with 50% of the ball against Brest, which is just 50-50 possession, he still went over with 96. And he plays next to Rabiot, and Rabiot is the box-to-box one that goes up to attack. Højbjerg is the ball-playing CDM that plays with the center backs, so plays those short passes, and he's also the one that kind of starts the attack for Marseille. He's a good defensive midfielder there, so he touches the ball a lot. Think of him kind of like, I'm not going to compare him to Rodri, but think of him as that one player that passes between the center backs, also holds the ball up. He's that player for Marseille. He controls the pace of the game. And in the last couple of games, Auxerre they haven't been holding possession. In general, they just don't hold possession. But if you look at the last couple of games, some of the ones this season, they gave Rennes 61%, Lyon 63%, Reims 64%, Brest 62%. They gave Monaco 59% of the ball. So they don't hold possession already, and Marseille is a team that easily will hold 60 to if not 70% of the ball unless something weird happens. They will hold a lot of possession of the ball, and it's a good matchup. I think this line is too low, so like Højbjerg to higher than 85.5 passes. And then the other player prop that I found that I like is Riyad Mahrez to go higher than 2.5 shots assisted, playing at home for Al Ahly, going up against Al Riyad. I usually don't take Saudi props, but I thought this one was good value. And again, there's not a lot of games, so I still have to dig through and find them. But I like him. He's averaged 3.42 per 90 so far, and he's gone over in his last 5 out of 5 games. And he's gone way over. He's had 5, 6, 6, 4, and 3. And you might think this might be a trap, but it's not. The matchup is there. I just don't think they're adjusting this line because it's a Saudi league. He's instrumental to their attack. If you look at the last couple of games, when they've been taking, he's had like the 5, 6, 6. Al Ahly is taking like 10 to 15 shots, so he's responsible for like 33 to 50% of the attacks that he does when it comes to his shots assisted, and that's without counting the shots that he takes himself. He's a great passer. He's a great crosser. He's good at sending through balls. He takes their set pieces, and that includes corners, obviously corners and free kicks. So he's the one passing and crossing those into them. And Riyad have allowed a lot of shots away from home this season. If you look at the games, they gave Kalish 19 shots. They gave Najma 15 shots, and they even had a red card in the 31st minute, and they still managed to take 15. They gave Etifak 18 shots. They gave Shabab 24 shots, and they gave Al Nassr 28 shots. So they've allowed a lot of shots away from home, and I expect the same thing here. He definitely goes over. He already goes over, but like I said, when they take like 10 to 15 shots, and if they take anywhere close to 18 or 20, there's a really good mark here. He played them once last season at home. He didn't play them. He wasn't there when they played him away, but he did play when he played them at home, and he went over with 4, and Al Ahly took 21 shots. So again, kind of what I projected to take in this next game, and I think 2.5 is too low. It's a good line and a good matchup, so I like Riyad Mahrez to go higher than 2.5 shots assisted. Before I get into my money line play, In case you guys are interested, I have my YouTube membership, link in the description. If you want to get the video and the plays out early before everyone else, a great way to try to avoid bumps and stuff getting taken away. Good way to support the channel. And then I have all my codes for all my player props, PrizePicks, underdogs if you want to use those, moneyline. I have Fliff. I've been looking at other sportsbooks apps, still thinking about those, still experimenting with those. But the ones that I do have linked in the description, and I have my Cashapp linked if you ever feel generous and want to donate. We have been having a lot of great days, never required but always appreciated, and I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. I found one money line play that I like with good value, and that's the Watford money line going up against Oxford. I believe you can currently get this at -135. They're really good at home. They've been playing really great at home. They're like the second or third best home team in the league so far. After 6 games, they have 5 wins and 1 draw. So they've hit this in 5 out of 6 home games. They've scored 11 goals and have only conceded 4. So their defense jumps at home. They've scored around the same away from home. They scored about, I think, 11 away. But it's their defense that drastically changes when they play at home. They've only conceded 4, which is what I like. And Oxford are the second worst away team so far this season. They have 2 draws, 4 losses. They've scored 7 and conceded 12. And while they have scored 7, I believe they have, from those 7 scored, they are projected to have scored like 5. So they just honestly been getting lucky with some of the chances they have been getting. And with a good defense like Watford, who play good defense at home, I don't expect that to happen here. Watford are good at taking their opportunities and the chances that they get when they do get them. And Oxford don't keep possession of the ball. And they've allowed on average 18.2 shots away from home. So they allow a lot of shots and they don't hold possession. And with a team like Watford that are good at taking the chance that they get, if they have those 18 shots, they will definitely outscore Oxford, in my opinion, if Oxford can even score at all. And Watford, in my opinion, are just, like I said, they've been consistent, they've been good at home, and I expect the same thing to happen here. And Oxford only take 9.9 shots away from on average so far this season, with 3.4 of those being on target. So again, they don't have a lot of opportunities. They have scored 7, but they have been lucky with the chance that they have been getting. And I expect Watford to just be the better team that day. And Watford, when they do concede, it's mainly due to their own mistakes, whether it's fouling opposition or just like doing bad passes. But again, versus an Oxford team that don't hold a lot of possession, they should be able to just I just don't expect them to make that many mistakes, if any, here against Oxford. I think it's a good matchup here. And Watford have had pretty good players. They have a good playmaker, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, but Chavetadze, I believe he is from the same country that Kvaratskhelia is from, and he's averaged 2.59 shots, chances created per 90, so he's a good playmaker. They have Kayembe, who has scored 5 goals from 2 expected, so he's been really good at taking the chances that he has been getting, and he's a pretty informed player, so he's been doing great. And they have Bayo, their striker, who has 5 goals from 10 shots on target, so he's one of those players that was mentioned with Watford as a team that take the chance that they get. So he's taken, like I said, he scored 5 from 10 on target. We just got to rely on Watford to get it done. They've been doing great at home, going up against one of the worst away teams in the league. So I like this play. I like the Watford money line going up against Oxford. Thank you everybody for watching. If you could, like the video, comment as well. Helps boost the video out to more people. You guys did great on the last one, especially after the props hit, and we're showing a lot of love and support, and I read all the comments that went back. I really do appreciate you guys supporting, and if you could, comment on this one as well. It helps boost the video out to more people, especially on this great run of form we've been having. Speaking of, going over last video's picks, we swept the player props. We 4-0'd those. Even if you took the bumps, I believe 3 out of the 4 that I posted all got bumped. Even with the bumps, they all hit. Icardi higher than 2 shots. He had like 7 shots, went way over. Kevin Trapp higher than 2.5 saves. It was a sweat at halftime. He had none. He ended with 4. And in the second half, we had Traore higher than 2 shots. He did great. He had a goal. And even some people mistake them for the other Traore. And even the people that took him hit as well. So good for y'all. And then Iñaki Williams higher than 2 shots, even at 2.5. He hit as well. And then we hit 1 of the 2 moneyline plays. Bilbao moneyline came through. They were down 1-0, came back, and then the slip was 1 for 2. The 2 leg parlay that we had. Ajax destroyed Maccabi, so that one hit. Fiorentina lost their game. I didn't expect them to rest Keane. They just underestimated Apoel, I believe. So unfortunate there. We almost swept the whole day, but we swept the player props. We've been doing great when it comes to player props over the last 4 videos, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going into tomorrow's video. If you do not know, I also have a free Discord link in the description. It's completely free. It's not a premium one or anything. It's just for those that want to talk about their slips, their lines, other sports, stuff like that. Just a good community I'm trying to build over there. Link for that in the description. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.